Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so we'll start with note making. So today I have just given you this PIB article, these PIB articles. So first article was talking about FASTag declared mandatory from midnight tomorrow. Okay, so you just see what we have, how we have to make notes. So I'll explain. First of all, you just have to read it quickly. So can you read it, or should I read it?
Yes, sir.
Just a second. Okay, yeah. So this article is saying basically Ministry of Road Transport and Highways has decided that all lanes in the Fee Plaza on National Highway shall be declared as FASTag line of the Fee Plaza with effect midnight of so and so. Okay, and vehicle not fitted with FASTag or vehicle without valid functional FASTag into the FASTag line of the fee. Yeah, fee plaza shall pay a fees equivalent to two times of the fee applicable to that category in a statement issued by ministry. And this, or these things we don't need to read. Okay, so if some these things is written there that in a statement issued by this and this, so we don't need to read all these things. We just have to skip. Just a second, there are people who are waiting. Yeah, so we have to very quickly has clarified that this need to further promote fee payment through. So this thing is important. First thing. Second, fee payment through digital mode, reduce waiting time. Second thing, this is important. Third thing is fuel consumption. Okay, and provide for a seamless passes through the fee plaza. The ministry had fitment of FASTag, this and this. So it's not important. Category M stand for a motor vehicle. So have you read this? Everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So now
Yes.
I'll tell you how to make notes out of it.
Yes, sir.
So first of all, yeah. So your topic should be infrastructure. Okay, it's related to GS3 infra. So just your heading will be FASTag, and then what you have to do. First thing you have to write it's a mandatory and in bracket national highway. So it means that it's meant because if you are reading about FASTag, so you'll remember that it's talking about vehicle only, right? So thereafter you need to write which ministry deals. So basically Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. So this will be second thing. Okay. Yeah. Third thing, what you have to write that you basically how it benefits. Just a second. So you have to write about benefits. So you'll write first thing that it will save time. Second thing, reduce fuel consumption. Okay. And thereafter, I'll write this side. Okay. This side I'll write. Thereafter, we have to write about these category. So it is saying category M and N. M and M basically passenger and N basically goods. And it's saying that at least four-wheel vehicle. So we are done with this article. Okay. Apart from that, you don't need to write anything. Okay. Now, what you need to do, now you need to know what is FASTag. Because if you don't know about FASTag, then because all these things are application and this related to administration, but at least you should know what is FASTag. So when you are making your notes, what you will do, you will just Google it. What you have to do, just Google what is FASTag. And in FASTag, there are two, three things. First thing, that it's a, what is it? It's a electronic toll collection. Okay, first thing you have to write this. Second thing, technology used. So technology is radio frequency identity.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Angel.
Sorry to interrupt, but the screen sharing it's not showing in mine. I've tried every option, but it's not showing.
I don't know why it's happening because in others it's showing. So you may be having some internet problem or some other issue.
Okay,
Anyway, I'm
okay,
recording it. Okay. So
okay, sir.
you'll get the recording.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Radio frequency identification technology. So this is the technology used, and who is implementing it? National Highway Authority of India. And you don't need to write who is implementing, just write NHAI. Because you are reading all these things, so all these keywords will help you to memorize all these things, whatever you have read. This is the use of keyword. So we have just mentioned, if we are writing this radio frequency identification technology, it means then this is the technology which we are using in FASTag. Okay, and we don't need to write that FASTag is an electronic toll collection system or all this. We don't need to write. If you're writing this, then it means the same thing. And how it will
Sir,
help?
I have a question here.
Just a second. It will save. It will tackle these two problem also: monetary loss and air pollution. Yeah. Now tell me.
Sir, the question here is like whenever the topic is in the PIB, like the headline of this today's topic is FASTag. So
Yes.
every time, whenever the headline of their like tomorrow is like environmental science or environmental day, so we need to Google about it and make some key points about that headline, and then we go through the article. This is the way we need to follow.
See, yes, because if you don't know about anything, then you need to know about that thing, because here they are just saying that it will be mandatory from the midnight and all, okay, and how this will be implemented and how it will be beneficial. But if you don't know about that thing, then it will be very difficult for you, no? So first you need to know about that thing, then all these application, how it's going to help and all. So first, at least try to know. And similar thing I'll say about economics also. If you are reading economics article, there are so many foreign terms for you. Just Google them and note them down. You don't need to write everything. If I am writing it on piece of paper, hardly it will take 3 4 lines, not more than that. Okay. You have seen only how much I have written. So this we have completed. First article is done. Anyone has any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so now we'll go through the next article. Can you read this next article? Please read this article.
Yes, sir.
Who should I ask to read? Mm,
Sir, can you please zoom it? I can't see anything.
zoom it. Now can you see?
Blur. It's blur.
You can zoom it on your own also in your own device.
Yes.
I tried each and every option, but it's not happening. So that's why I'm asking to zoom.
Just double click it.
Now can you see it?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so I'll read it for you. So basically, it's talking about long range surface to air missile. Okay, so your heading will be LRSAM. Okay, and it will. Can you please tell me who will tell me that under which topic it will come? Because we have done this topic. That is the reason I'm asking. So let me ask who's
Defense.
Science and tech.
Defense.
Science and tech.
Security.
Security.
Defense and security.
Science and tech also and security.
if I say it's under science and tech and then defense technology.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because we
Defense and technology.
so obviously it will come under mostly it will fall under this category. It is under obviously security also because defense is the part of security. However, we'll take it under this category, defense technology. Okay. So our heading will be long range surface to air missile. Okay. Now what we have to write? It is saying that developed by DRDO in collaboration with various industry. Can you read it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So basically, just see here this thing. So it is saying that long range surface to air missile is jointly developed by DRDO and IAI Israel. Now you just have to write DRDO plus IAI Israel. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you don't need to write that equip latest ship of Indian Navy. All these things are not needed. Okay. Point to area defense. So I have written point to area defense. Okay. And what I'm going to write, just a second, against the aerial target. So it will provide basically point to area defense against the aerial targets. And what are those aerial targets? It can be fighter. It can be fighter aircraft. Okay. Second, it can be missile, and missile can be subsonic and supersonic. So subsonic and supersonic. And after that, we'll read about it. Okay. So this much we have done. Then the missile is powered by indigenously developed dual pulse rocket motor and dual control system to impart required maneuverability at the terminal phase. So this is not needed. This state-of-art weapon system is designed with the active radio frequency seeker to identify track. So basically, this thing we need to mention radio frequency. So when you are reading all these things and you are just noting down these keywords, it will help you to recall everything. You can easily recall everything. Active radio frequency. seeker. Now, what it will do, it will identify, track, engage, and destroy the target with high kill probability. Now, LR SAM system end-to-end performance has been successfully demonstrated through number of user flights. So this is not needed. This weapon system has successfully productionized and has been delivered to Indian Navy. This is also not needed. However, you can mention here Indian Navy. That's it. Indian Navy. Nothing. Now all these things you don't need to read. Okay, you just very quickly go through. Okay, very quickly you go through. Nothing, because there is nothing to write or remember. So leave it. So we are done with this. So how much we have written? This much. And you are already done with long range surface to air missile. Okay, so whatever you have read in that thing only, you have to mention this thing, this much. Okay, this is your current affairs. So those who were asking how to, connect static portion with current affairs, so this is how you have to connect, because now this new information is coming up with regard to this missile. So just add this information in your notes. Now, anyone has any doubt so far?
No, sir.
Okay, so now we'll see next. So it will basically, can you please tell me under which topic it will come?
So GS3.
Topic?
Agriculture.
Agriculture, environment.
Disaster management. So it will also come under social issues also.
Yes. It will come under GS1, GS3, but we'll consider it under GS3 only, agriculture, okay? Because it includes social issue, that farmers' income and all. So they are also kind of vulnerable group. Okay, so we'll just note it down, because see, all the things are connected. Okay, so there is no clear cut demarcation. If you are reading something in GS3, it may come in your GS1 paper also. So remember this thing, everything is connected, and this is how you have to learn things. So it is saying the state government undertakes relief measure in the wake of natural disaster from the state disaster response fund already placed at their disposal in accordance with Government of India's approved items and norms. Additional assistance is extended from the National Disaster Response Fund as per established procedure. The assistance approved under SDRF and DRF norm is provided in the form of relief. Unseasonal climate is not a committee notified by the Ministry of Home Affairs. However, the state government are empowered to utilize up to 10% of the funds available under SDRF for providing immediate relief to the victims of natural disaster that they consider to be disasters with the local context in the state, and which are not included in the notified list of disaster of the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. The state can incur expenditure as per the SDRF and DRF guidelines issued by this and this. And next line is saying, Government of India has introduced yield-based Prime Minister Fasal Bima Yojana and reconstructed weather-based crop insurance scheme. Support to farmers suffering from crop loss, damage, and this. Comprehensive risk insurance is provided. So this was the article which we have read. Okay, now how we have to make notes. So there are 2-3 things. That first concept is there, that unseasonal climate change is not a calamity under the notified under this under the guidelines of Home Ministry. So this thing you please remember. However, state government can consider it. So this thing you need to remember. It may be asked also in the examination. Okay. Now what we have to do, if we are considering it under agriculture, so we'll just write crop loss or like this, something like that, or what we'll write PM Fasal Bima Yojana. And next scheme we will write restructured weather based insurance scheme. So we'll write here yield, here we'll write weather. Okay, so these two things we'll write. Now what is the purpose? Stabilize income and crop loss. Now reason of crop loss is natural calamities and adverse weather conditions. So this much you have to write in this. Apart from that, you don't need to write. If you, if you don't know about these two schemes, so just Google it and just write which ministry launched it. Okay, one thing. Second thing, it's objective, nothing much. Same thing goes for this scheme also. We are done with this target. Okay, this much you have to write. You don't need to write anything extra because you just see that what it does, it provides relief to the victim of natural disaster. So provide financial support. It will provide financial support, and why it will provide financial support? Because there is a crop loss, and reason of crop loss is natural calamities. Second, adverse weather condition. And how it will help? Because if farmers are getting financial assistance, then it will stabilize their income. So this is how it is helping. So you need to quote all these things in your answers also. If any answer which is coming to related to agriculture or farmers, or if you have to mention some government initiative, this is how you can mention that government has come up this and this scheme. This scheme is based on yield, and this is weather based. Okay, and if there is any crop loss due to these two reasons, then government will provide financial assistance to the farmers, and thereafter it will help farmers to stabilize their income. Right? In your own words, you can write things. It's just that you know these keywords. Thereafter, you can use them anywhere. This is the use of note making. One more thing that
Sir,
yes.
yeah, sir, I have one doubt. We don't have to add SDRF and NDRF in this
No, no,
in
no,
notes.
because that is not relevant. SDRF and NDRF, I have already told you what you can write, that under SDRF, state government has given some power to use this fund in case there is any natural disaster. So 10% of 10% fund they can use. Okay, and state government has the power to decide what is natural calamities under their according to their local according to their regional variation, or whatever their uh, local needs are there, local situation, according to their local situation, so they can decide. So this much is there, nothing much. So you don't need to write about SDRF and NDRF.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now
Sir, I want to ask something.
yes.
Sir, in schemes, we have to mention data also, mainly the economic data and the
No, you don't need to
future
because
vision.
in this article there was data also which I did not mention also, right?
In economics article, there are mainly datas. We have to mention it or not?
In at least five, 6 sessions, I have told that I'll provide you data which you need to remember and which not.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, just wait for some time.
Sir, in this answer, WBCIS scheme is also there. So that also we need to find what is this objective and one line about it.
That is what
WBCIS.
that is what I have written here. Pradhan
Oh,
Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and weather based. Fasal Bima Yojana. This is what I have written here.
Okay.
Weather-based crop insurance scheme. This is I have written here. So basically, if there is some problem with the yield of crop, then claim will be covered under this scheme. But if there is any issue, weather-related issue because of which they could not, production had been hampered, then it will be covered under this scheme. Okay. Now, this is the last one. So you just have to give same heading, submission on seed and planting materials. Now you can read it. The Department of Agriculture, Cooperation and Farmers Welfare is implementing Farmers Welfare Scheme submission on seeds and planting materials to produce and supply quality seeds to farmers to enhance production and productivity in the country through various components, namely seed blaze program, establishment of seed processing seed storage godowns, and then Gram Panchayat level, National Seed Reserve, boosting seed production in private sector and strengthening of quality control infrastructure facilities. Now you don't need to read all these major achievements. Okay, you can go through very quickly if you want to, otherwise not needed. So you'll give heading submission on seeds and planting materials. Okay, now you need to mention Department of Agriculture, Cooperation.
So, sir, it is under GS3, irrigation system, storage, transport. I think that concept, sir.
I'll tell you in just a second. And farmers welfare. So this thing you have written about department, which department is dealing. So this thing we have written. Okay, this much we have written. Then what is the purpose or intention of this scheme? To produce and supply quality seeds. Now we don't need to mention to farmers because already it's understood that if seeds are there, then we need for farmers. So if we remember this thing, then we can easily write to farmers. Okay. Now what it will do? It will enhance production and productivity. Okay, whatever is there. And after that, you need to mention these initiative: seed blaze program, second establishment of seed processing seed storage godowns at Gram Panchayat level, National Seed Reserve, boosting seed production in private sector, and strengthening of quality control infrastructure facilities. Just done. So this much you have to write. Apart from that, you don't need to write anything extra. Okay, so we are done.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, Bala.
Will we get any question related to this topic in 150 marks?
You can use this information. You may get also. Okay.
So, sir, this will be very less information.
No, it's not less information. Who said less information? B did not write anything related to English. Okay, now you'll form a sentence. You'll write, okay, this is the scheme and it is being implemented by this and this department, and it will produce and supply quality seeds to farmer. How it will help. So all these things you'll write so easily. You can reach. You don't need all 150 words. You have to write some your own words. These are just keywords which you need to mention.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else? So these are the keywords which you need to remember also whenever you are revising, and also just revise these keywords and you are writing answer or whatever you are doing, it will help you a lot. So today just we are doing PIB only because many people were having problem with PIB. So this is how we have to do PIB. We don't need to write that this minister has said this thing, this minister has launched this and that. You just have to write the name of ministry, not the name of minister or who launched it. And somebody was asking me that how we can use, so I have told you also that how can you use all these information in your answers also. So I'm going to stop